Award-winning synchronized swimmer Rachel Holmes is making waves out of the water. She's helping Black girls get a head start in the business world. KPIX sports anchor Vern Glenn talked to her about her life, her sport, and how she's making a difference.
Most days, Silver Creek High School senior Rachel Holmes descends down her San Jose home steps for the daily grind of practice. At her level, with sister Brianna, practice makes perfect. The sport is artistic swimming. Most have grown up calling it synchronized swimming. 3-minute exhausting routines of precision.
What is it about synchro that does it for you like nothing else does?
What I love about synchro is performing. That's always been my thing, and I love to just be on my stage, I call it.
The Holmes sisters perform for the Santa Clara Aquamaids. Their gold standard performances turn heads. 3 gold medals not quite a year ago here at the Junior Olympics in Colorado stood out. So does the color of their skin. Rachel is used to it, but doesn't let the topic of African Americans in the sport sink to the bottom.
We've definitely touched on that before. I've participated and led a few DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, workshops through USA Artistic Swimming. I do a lot of diversity work for the sport, and I've spoken about this on podcasts and stuff like that. I think the main thing that we're trying to get in our sport is representation,
Right.
because that's very important for young swimmers to see people that look like them in their sport.
A business plan competition at her school led to a district win.
It was an idea to give grants to female entrepreneurs, so that was
Of color.
just female. to
Females,
start with.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So that was the starting point. And then when I started my Girl Scout Gold Award, I took that idea and expanded it into a program that included mentoring and workshops. And it was still just girls, but later I narrowed it down to Black girls specifically because they're facing discrimination of both sexism and racism in the workplace. So
Right.
that's why I decided to focus specifically on them.
Holmes had something here. And despite her academic workload and a career in the pool, she came up with Black Girls Mean Business.
I reached out to businesses for speakers and for volunteers and mentors. I promoted my project on Instagram mostly. That's where I did most of my advertising. And I grew the program, and then I officially launched it in June of 2021. If we can get that out within the next week, that would be perfect.
These virtual summer career development programs landed on the radar of Prudential financial visionaries who whisked her away to a 4-day summit in New Jersey. And this idea of Black Girls Mean Business earned her one of 5 grand prize awards of $15,000.
I was chosen as a financial solutions change maker, which means that my project Black Girls Mean Business was a financial solution to the problem of my community, which was the lack of representation of Black women in executive positions. So it's been a crazy ride.
And she's not done. Holmes will attend UC Berkeley in the fall for college, but told me she plans to grow and develop Black Girls Mean Business for years to come. In fact, another virtual program is planned for July. And all it took was an idea. With Rachel Holmes, I'm Vern Glenn for Black Renaissance.
Thanks, Vern. We'll be keeping an eye on Rachel. She's a true champion.